Having a music.
You
I already know by
now. All right, we are live, guys.
Thanks for coming, everybody. That was
Burgers
fun.
and fries.
We are live.
That's good.
I can verify that our audio is working through the stream. Welcome to Mama Cryptid. I see you there.
Welcome to Mama
What's
Cryptid.
up?
Somebody else is watching too. I can't tell who that is yet, but we'll
Is it a
figure that
secret?
out shortly. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna hit this running. Let's have some
Ooh.
fun tonight. What do you say?
Woohoo.
It is a mystery. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 14, Hypnos. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and something that's been eating your prize roses at night, but from underneath the bushes, leaving only a puckered hole in the damp soil. And if you squint just right, you're pretty sure you can see something smiling up at you from the moist darkness.
Moist.
Welcome, Cleric's Rule. Thanks for the subscribe, by the way. Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy.
For once, I'm going to investigate the known this week.
It's wise. I think it's a wise decision. Matt as Rocky.
Well, as a very wise man once said, the dildo of consequences rarely arrives lubed.
I read that somewhere. I don't know. It might have been today, this morning. And Brian as Pippa.
I need to investigate that pucker.
Pucker butt. Welcome back, players.
Hardly know her butt.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Mm.
We're drinking. We're
Well.
eating. We're schmooling.
Staying hydrated.
Hell yeah! This
Me
is
too.
Stay hydrated.
This is the finale. You guys excited about this?
Yeah,
No.
finales are great.
I know. Gabe's like, whatever.
Next case, we'll be presenting 3 new characters.
I broke out the junior mints.
Oh, special.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But do you have the popcorn also?
No, God, no. Mm-mm.
I just saw
bad.
Junior Mint hot
hydrated.
chocolate for
Yeah,
sale.
sure. This is definitely water and not moonshine, no matter what anyone says.
He's
Not
drinking
mine.
his pee.
I'm drinking Jim Beam and Coke.
He's Howard Hughesing it over there.
Who am I, Bear Grylls?
Yes.
Well, you're a bear. Hey,
I mean, come on, it's pee. It's good. It's the good stuff. It's top shelf.
actually mid-shelf.
You guys, mid shelf. Oh,
Well, I
I'd
mean, if
love
I
to
do a
claim the
handstand
stop.
while I'm...
I think on one of the last episodes you did say you're a grower, not a shower. So
It grows
I like
up.
to garden.
it goes up. Yeah, it grows up. All right, guys. Well, lately I've been listening to Howard Jones's new album, and just kind of blown away that after all this time he sounds great. Like it's been many decades since I started listening to him. So it got me to thinking, what's a favorite musical album of yours that you think will stand the test of time?
Ooh, I got it right off the bat.
Boom, go.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Tells a beautiful story from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Is it a
documentary
concept
is
album?
beautiful to pair. Yes, the documentary is beautiful to pair with it. They rented a house and locked themselves in the entire time recording the album
Nice.
from beginning to
Very good.
end.
I do love that album. That's a fun one. How about you guys, Matt, Gabe?
That's a tough one.
It's only tough because there's so many. But the correct answer is Gaucho by Steely Dan.
Oh shit! Yes.
If that album can win a Grammy in the 21st century when everyone had given up on Steely Dan,
Mm-hmm.
or not Gaucho, I misspoke. I'm sorry. Though that's their best album.
Yeah, Gaucho.
So I'm sticking with Gaucho.
Gaucho's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Gaucho's their best album. The average song length is like 5 minutes 30, which it's good Steely Dan when you're getting the long songs because they have a story to tell. Walter Becker has things to pluck at.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about. Yeah. Two Against Nature, though. That won the Grammy.
Two Against
That's
Nature.
just weird.
Amazing. Yeah. Was it My Cousin Dupree? Is that it?
Oh, yeah. I am the Cousin Dupree.
Me, you, and
You know what?
Dupree.
I'm probably gonna catch a lot of shit for this because everyone's just gonna meme on it. But honestly, My Chemical Romance album, The Black Parade, if you get past the everybody making fun of emos thing, is actually a really great album because just like Red Hot Chili Peppers, it tells a story. It was designed and written as a complete rock opera.
Mhm.
And if you pay attention to the mood and the lyrics of the songs, it actually tells the story of a cancer patient who was slowly dying. And the album starts out with him dying. It just talks about himself, then he dies, then he experiences the afterlife. And then the last couple of songs are him reflecting on what happened during his life. And it's actually a really neat story if you pay attention.
Cool.
Very good.
Don't you ever compare them to the Red Hot? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's no competition. But guys, for me, obviously, Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here" will always be the album that I go to because it never fails to evoke certain emotions, very specific emotions of loss and longing. And I can imagine an alien species landing on this planet when we're all dead and gone, striding through the rubble, picking up this record and putting it on a vinyl player. And just feeling the same things that I feel when I listen to it. It's a fantastic album and perfect. And like Gabe, I think there's like 13-minute songs on there. It just goes and goes and goes. So I love.
My second choice would be The Wall.
Sure. I thought about that. Like I was like, well, I know it's Pink Floyd, but which Pink Floyd? And I'm like, I love The Wall, but that is a much more a roller coaster than Wish You Were Here, which has a very specific theme and it just makes you want to cry. I love that.
I do cry.
Yeah. So
I cry every time.
I only listen to songs where you can rip lines of cocaine and drink whiskey too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
the number 2 album is 1984, obviously.
Yeah, hell yes. Love it. All right, thanks, guys. Well, listeners, if you would like to provide feedback or praise or just say hi, drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. We'd appreciate hearing from you. And this show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/lovecrafttapes. So thank you to all those guys. When we have Mama Cryptid Chiru and Crocy in the chat here. And I think I saw Obsidian Phoenix up here too. Maybe not. So appreciate that, guys. But in the meantime, before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. So let's roll some Sweet D. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I rolled a 2, so I'm probably the buyer.
Wow.
Roll a 25.
Matt and Jeremy.
Matt, what's us again, man?
Oh, joy.
Let's have fun with it.
I teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Every time he says, oh, joy, I think of Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, joy.
Hey, you.
Yes.
Look, I can tell just from looking at you. I can tell that you're a busy man. Okay.
Well, thank you. It's the tie. It's a Simpsons tie.
So riddle me this. You ever find that you don't have enough time in the day, that they're just miscellaneous activities in your life that are just sucking away your productivity? You want to be able to do more.
Yes, I have so many eggs to suck.
So tell you what, I got just the thing for you. Okay, my buddies over at HW Pharmaceuticals. You see the stuff isn't even out on the market yet. I'm getting you in on the ground floor. Okay, you ready? You ready? All you need is this home kit here. It's called Bladder Be Gone.
Oh,
All you have to do...
Okay.
Yeah, no, Bladder Be Gone. See, look at it this way. All you have to do is open this kit up and follow the not at all complicated instructions on the inside. You see, we made it just like one of them IKEA things. It's pictures. All you follow the pictures.
Does it come with
And if you
Swedish
successfully-
meatballs?
If you finish correctly, yes. You will use the remainder to make Swedish meatballs.
Because they're kind of like eggs, and when I suck them, they just taste better.
So all you have to do is follow these pictures, and when you're done, you just won't have a bladder anymore. You know what that means? You don't have to pee. You don't have to poo. You just, you never have to go to the bathroom again, because that's how that works.
Poo comes out of the bladder? I never heard that
Yeah, because
before.
pee is stored in the balls.
Oh! Got it. I really hate my bladder then, because, oh, God. I had no
See,
idea
you won't
what a
have to
horror
pee.
show.
You never have to go to the bathroom ever again. Think how much time you're going to save. How many 15-minute breaks a day do you go to sit in the bathroom, and those are all yours now. You don't have to worry about it.
But what if I want to go to the bathroom and watch a Netflix video?
Well, then you can just go sit on the toilet and watch the video totally undisturbed by your need to have a bowel movement.
But then I'm not multitasking.
See, that's the beauty of it. You can have two shows going at once.
Oh, I never thought. Double-fisted Netflix. Got it.
Exactly.
I
Now,
really
I know
like
this might
this
look a little
concept.
scary. Yeah, it's a kids. There's some scary things in there. Don't be scared. Like I said, the
In the
pictures will
toilet?
tell you what you do.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, all you got to do is follow the pictures.
Oh, okay.
And before you know it, you will no longer have to spend any time on the toilet.
Well, what's this picture of?
Oh, you see, that's after you make the secondary incision right below the. Oh, you know what?
Oh.
I'm spoiling it. It's an experience. Okay, you have to experience it for yourself.
I see. They're labeled as steps, so that's very nice. And this one looks like the
Oh,
Simpsons,
yeah.
though. I don't know.
Yeah, we hired some guests to help animate the instructions just to make it a little more fun.
Okay. Well, how much would this cost? Because my bladder is kind of full right now. I'd kind of like to get this show on the road, if you know what I mean.
See, it can be yours for the low price of $69,420,000.
Nice.
I can give it to you for free if you're willing to come into the lab and live stream the whole thing for people's entertainment online.
Oh, so like one of those unboxing videos. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Except we're unboxing your bladder
Unbladdering.
and then turning it into Swedish meatballs.
Oh, God. Bet you those taste really good because they're full of eggs.
So what do you say? Can I load you into the van? We can head back now and get this thing started?
Well, it's such a nice van, too. Do you have air conditioning in here? Because it's a little sweaty. I'm a little sweaty right now.
You don't have to tell you what. We'll get rid of that when we're there, too. Don't worry about it.
What are all these bodies?
Like I said, we'll just sit back, relax, and just, one more question, sir. Does this bar rag smell like chloroform to you?
Well, it kind of smells a little bit like Junior All right. And we're back. If you guys found that product and or service available in a back alley vending machine somewhere in Tokyo, what flavor would it be?
Oh, that's easy. Junior Mint.
Oh, snap.
Sweat flavored.
Salty.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of like a lime black currant compote. That would be very nice.
I'm pretty sure it would be lamprey eel with a hint of kumquat, just to kind of hide the clotted blood aftertaste.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Iron.
A hint of what? Now, dear investigators, we play Case 14, Tape 11. This is the end.
What?
Previously on the Lovecraft Tapes. As Shakespeare wrote, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. In Roy's dreams, he is well met with old friends who shepherd him through the Angerstein house and Blaine Manor, eventually making their way to Ulthar. Will Rocky finally pay the debt owed to Bugshosh? Or will he manage to outmaneuver destiny yet again with the aid of newfound friends in this faraway land? Roy, Rocky, and Pippa. The three of you are seated at a stone table inside a small thatch-roofed home in the quaint village of Ulthar. There is a roaring fire in the hearth, over which a black kettle bubbles away, spewing tantalizing scents of savory meat, stewed vegetables, and a thick broth. Mr. Surtsey, who led you here moments ago, busily makes cocktails at a low sideboard, mixing Campari, dark rum, pineapple juice, and a squeeze of lime, pouring the concoction into colorful ceramic tiki mugs. Ripley the cat is curled up close to the fireplace, a patch of furry shadow watching you with bright green eyes as Surtsey delivers the drinks to the table. "Jungle birds," he exclaims, winking at Roy. "I do have a bit of a sweet tooth." You look at the cocktails garnished with a pineapple wedge and a paper umbrella designed to look like a dandelion. The mug's contours bear a striking resemblance to your own face. Your host sits at the table, sipping from his own tiki mug, which has been molded to represent some sort of octopus creature with tentacles around its mouth. "Now then, before we get down to superfluous exposition, and before Bugshosh arrives, which by my watch is approximately 30 minutes, I'm sure you must have some burning questions I can answer." He sips his stainless steel straw noisily. From outside comes the frequent meowing of several cats. And Brian, you are muted.
I shouldn't be.
You are fine now.
I didn't touch it. I whispered before.
I got you. So, any questions for Surtsey, guys?
Did you put enough Campari in this? People always skimp on that.
Well, please take a taste. I'll let you be the judge, and we always can doctor it.
Take a sip.
What do you think?
Why are there so many cats outside?
Oh, well, simple, really. Elder things generally hate cats. Mortal enemy and all that. Somehow, over time, Ulthar became a kind of hub for these little felines. We don't get the big ones, lynx, cougar, lion, but we do see the occasional Maine Coon or Rag Doll. Mostly it's house cats like Ripley here. Our population varies depending on whether they feel like phasing onto this plane or not. You know how finicky some cats can be.
Yes, I do.
How is the drink, Roy?
It could definitely be bitterer, but it'll do.
Well, thank you. It's my modest attempt at what you humans call the jungle bird.
How old is this bud rot guy? You keep calling him the elder.
Oh, Bugshosh? Yes, he's definitely an elder thing. One of the old ones, I believe you refer to him as.
So like
So I
68.
don't suppose. Yeah. I don't suppose you could just tell me how to deal with him.
Ooh, yes, it's kind of a sticky situation. These elder things are sticklers for collecting debts, and as I
Do
understand
they accept American Express?
and as I understand it, you owe him big time. I suspect old Buggy has lost his patience and needs a viable vessel immediately for some reason I've not yet fathomed. It can't be good news, that's for certain. He seems
Oh, it never is.
very, very angry.
What's this debt anyway? I never did nothing.
Oh, it has very little to do with you, Roy, and everything to do with your brother here.
Well,
Yes,
then
well,
why
not
are we in
everything
his
has to do with
mind?
you.
We're in my mind, pal. I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with me.
Ooh, well, unfortunately, Roy, we're not technically in your dream anymore. This
Yeah, well.
is the dreamlands where the collective unconscious has been made flesh. A place built by our nightmares and our slumbering fantasies, but unbound by them. A physical manifestation of imagination without a physical location, existing in both space and time, but also outside of it. Think of it as a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville anywhere except Key West.
So it's horrible here.
So we're in Des Moines, Iowa? I look at
What?
Roy, given the very confused look, like, how are we getting out of this one?
If you want Rocky, how come we gotta suffer for it?
I'm sorry, say again?
If you're here for Rocky, how come me and Pip have to suffer?
Oh, I apologize. My name is Mortimer Cersei, Mayor of Othar, also amateur cat wrangler, as you can see. I'm afraid I have no dealings with your brother.
If your boss, whatever, the governor of this place, wants my...
I apologize, Roy. This does get a little convoluted. You see, the filler of space needs a vessel in your world to get things done. Very annoyingly, he borrowed my likeness to deliver messages to you previously. But it wasn't me. And what he didn't know was, my little trick, I'd managed to Russian doll myself into that borrowed likeness, so I could steer you here to Ulthar instead, using the marble I left with Marlene. If you had chosen to continue collecting obsidian gemstones and use the portals instead, you would have ended up at old Buggy's doorstep. Thankfully, my ruse worked, and here you are. So, we have a little time to devise a some sort of plan before he arrives, which by my watch is in 20 minutes.
Why did you help us?
Well, Pippa, self-preservation, really. I quite like it here, and the last thing the Dreamlands need is a pissed-off great old one thrashing about, throwing a temper tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants when he wants it. Big baby, really. Quite embarrassing.
Well, can't we just surround ourselves with as many cats as humanly possible?
Well, that is one particular plan, and I suppose that is the place in the conversation where we have arrived. Now,
That's why I started talking about it.
Thank you for reading my notes. No. Well, as you know, and thankfully this is the village of Ulthar, we are but one island in the Dreamlands archipelago. I call it home, as do all cats, and frankly, it's probably more theirs than ours. But as far as Bugshosh goes, there isn't a whole lot we can do. When old Buggy arrives, he'll be in his natural state, an amorphous mass that is darn near immortal.
I like the near part of that.
The near, yes. Whatever chance we have to outwit him will be slim, cousin to none. But I'm saying there's a chance. And after a fair bit of thought, I've boiled it down to 3 hard options. Now, you probably noticed as I brought you inside, just outside this house, in the village square, there is an ancient well. It once held water, but now it has no bottom. It extends beyond this plane to unknown quadrants of unreality, seemingly forever. If we used the proper bait, old Buggy would go down after it like a rainbow trout chases a rooster-tail spinner. But the only bait we have is you, Rocky.
All right, I'll do it.
Well, not so fast. I have other ideas. And, what we know is that old Buggy loves to collect a debt owed. But I'm pretty sure he likes a good sacrifice even more. What god or godlike creature doesn't? We might propose a trade, say, Roy for Rocky? I mean, sure, Roy, you'd probably become a gatekeeper or keymaster in your world, but it would end your dream state, expelling Rocky and Pippa back to no place like home.
Got it. I'll do it.
But, and my final option, if we're really willing to think outside the box, one final idea. It's a bit extreme, but we might be able to Russian doll it. That ploy worked for me the first time. Wouldn't it work again? We could use Rocky as bait, but hidden inside him would be Pippa, using her innate powers to merge the corporeal essences. And inside Pippa would be Roy, the dreamer trapped inside a dream, maintaining the illusion and preventing detection. And inside Roy would be Ripley, the attacker from within, who can bring all the fury of our feline friends to the battle. With any luck, old Buggy will retreat to lick his wounds, having learned his lesson. However, this strategy is the most risky, since any slip might doom us all. But enough of this gloomy talk. Let us drink up and hear what other ideas you might have.
If you had to put a percentage chance on that last plan,
I would say it is. Let me double check.
Roll the dice.
Before I say, yeah, it is dice rolls, but it is a very unique sort of way to go. That will depend mostly on your skill sets.
Oh boy.
and if it were to fail, there's no second chances in here, is there? That's it, game over.
Yes, I believe
roast
that
toast.
if Bugshosh were to detect the ruse, all of you might be forfeit.
Well, it is the most recent plan I've heard, so right now it's my front runner.
Is there any way to... Jeez, I don't even know how I would phrase this, but... This might seem silly, but use Rocky as bait near the well, and maybe he jumps in, but he's secured outside of it?
Well, I don't believe that Bugshosh would fall for that. He will
That's
be...
why I brought it up, to see if someone else had a better idea similar to that.
He would be perpetually chasing Rocky, no matter where Rocky went. And please, do not underestimate the size and the fury of Bugshosh.
What if we painted a black half circle on the side of a mountain?
No, that might work. Yes, I think
with
you're
a
correct.
sign that said this way.
Do we happen to have,
Oh,
Ripley, do we happen to have
Roadrunner.
any Acme?
Yeah, I got acne.
We're gonna Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner him. It's perfect.
Well,
Which way was the well from here?
Oh, it's simply outside the door.
I'm gonna pick up my mug and start walking for the door.
Cheerio.
he opens the door, goes right into the well.
Ah! Ah!
The well's like literally right outside the door.
It's a terrible place to put a well.
So,
Rocky, wait. Rocky. We all came
It's the
into
only-
this together. Just let me talk. Hold on a minute. Calm down.
You're hysterical. Here, let me
You
try.
come back here. We all came into this together. I think we should do this together. What do you think, Roy?
Okay.
See? He cares.
Yes, but he's an idiot, and you don't know what you're doing.
I'm not
You
an
know what?
idiot.
Jump in a
This
well.
That was what I was going. Look, I've been at this longer than either of you, and at this point,
By a couple feet.
let's just say yes.
How about you tell us what you did to this guy?
Yeah. We've got like 7 minutes till he's here. Let's talk.
Well, I believe it has to do with a certain virtual reality. Roy, you remember that time we spent some time as cats, correct?
Yeah, I did well and you suck.
You mean meta?
No, fuck Facebook.
I haven't heard of that one.
Well, something happened at the end, and I didn't quite... Well, I didn't think I was going to make it out, but I'm assuming whatever happened in the interim between me giving up and me ending on the outside, I apparently made some sort of bargain. And it's the reason I've been able to keep going ever since, why every single time I die, I seem to just pop back up.
Go jump in a well,
you made
then.
a deal with the devil, is what you're telling me?
More or less.
Okay.
But did you have a choice in it? It doesn't sound like you even knew it was happening. I thought a deal had to be struck.
Like I said, I don't remember much of what happened in the interim. I might have agreed to something.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's the least dangerous plan, and it keeps you two safe.
What if you hit, like, you jumped the wrong way and all the way down you're smacking off of the sides of the walls of this for eternity? That's a long time to get hurt.
If that's the price that must be paid.
Well, I don't think it costs anything. You just jump in.
Look, I was trained to protect everybody from these very circumstances, to make sure that the things that shouldn't be seen stay hidden. And when I started this job, I took an oath that I would follow that directive to the end, no matter the cost. If I have to be stuck forever plummeting through some sort of infinite well to make sure that Bugshosh never makes it out of here, then so be it.
I was trained to be a realtor, and look at me now. I have one thing that you probably haven't thought of yet. What if you jump in and he catches up to you and grabs you?
I mean, we'll still be falling for all eternity. Have you not heard the way the well works? It's bottomless.
It's bottomless? Oh my god.
It's
What if
assless.
you like hang
like my
off the
chaps.
side so it looks like you fell in?
That was my thing, except with a rope involved so we could pull him out.
Yes, I think he might be quite a bit smarter than that.
Or he
Do
would just
you?
grab onto you
This
and come
guy's
back
afraid
up.
of cats. I don't think he's that smart.
Why don't we fill the well with cats?
Yes, let's fill the
Keep
heated
dumping
bottomless
them.
well with
Keep
cats.
dumping them.
I'm working on a catapult idea.
Ooh.
I might
alright.
need more than 20 minutes though.
Well, we've got less than that now.
Well, now we only have 4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Oh, he's been
so-
here. He's waiting at the door. Whenever you guys are ready. Ultimately, it's up to you, Rocky, but we're here to help. And if this plan number 3 works, we're all safe, and he's got something to think about for quite a while.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
but on the other hand, if it doesn't work,
if Xerxes has done it
Or are
before,
we getting out of here
it can
anyway?
work.
Right, Roy? I mean, we don't know how to get out of here regardless if Rocky's with us or not.
Yeah, I don't really want to live here, though it sounds
Right?
like that might be another option.
Mr. Cersei,
Yes, Pippa. I'm sorry.
Is-
I was busy drinking here. And this
is
is
there
delicious.
any
I'm
way
feeling a
for
little
Roy
sloppy.
and myself to leave here?
Well, yes.
To go
I
back
believe-
to our lives?
Certainly. With the expulsion of Bugshosh from the equation, who was instrumental in trapping you here to begin with, a wink, I believe the pathway could be resolved. Don't you think, Ripley? Ripley looks up from her bedding at the foot of the hearth and blinks slowly at you and then goes back to sleep.
And he goes,
Hey,
So-
what's the deal with this? Me being the key gatekeeper idea that you had said.
Well, I mean, if you wish to be the sacrifice and trade places with your brother, then you would become Bugshosh's meat puppet.
"Ooh,
Well, what's
puppets are
worse, falling down a hole forever or that? Like, can I stay here and drink with you?
Oh, I'm afraid not. Once you're under the sway of Bugshosh,
All right,
you
we're not
will
doing
be
this one.
his to do whatever he wants you to do.
And that's not going to happen.
Yes, I'm quite sure there's some particular task that he's set aside for Rocky. Once he has control of him, or whoever, and we're not even certain that he would take the trade. It is simply one thing that I thought of. But again, perhaps the three of you, with your infinite wisdom and foresight, could think of something else.
Is there no place
Like
in
home?
this reality or like home that he can't encroach on? That we would be safe?
Bugshosh? No, he is.
No, not Bugshosh.
Oh, I apologize. Roy?
Of course,
No, Roy is-
Bugshosh.
Roy
Come
is-
on.
Roy is
We've got 1
pervasive.
minute.
No, I'm afraid not, Pippa. Bugshosh is an old one of the elder gods.
So a slow mover?
He has arthritis, is what I'm trying to say.
So he's like that snail that follows me around because I got the $10 million.
Yes.
I don't get that reference, but yes, he's very old.
He's after Rocky
Yes.
because he needs him to go to the store and get him some Depends.
I'm afraid it probably has something to do with Bugshosh's enemies who live in the light, where he cannot go.
Oh, those kids that are always on his lawn.
He needs someone to be his envoy.
Wait, you just said that he can't go into the light. Can we go to the light?
We have a traffic light.
Oh no. It's always
It's
red.
constantly blinking yellow.
No, I'm afraid
Okay.
your mind is not yet ready for
The light?
that plane of existence.
Oh, we have to ascend.
Yes. Well, you
Okay.
are but human.
Hey,
I
I'm more than
wouldn't
just my
hold your
butt.
breath.
We're butt humans.
He
You're
said to hold
butt
our
humans.
breath. Let's do it.
You're but humans, which are clearly evolved from coneheads.
All right, Rocky, shut up. You're not going down the hole. Start collecting cats. This is the only sensible thing
We're
to
wearing
do.
cat coats.
The hottest fashion on the runway.
Hey, Ceres, how big is this guy?
Oh, he's very massive. And I believe in approximately 4 minutes, 3 seconds,
It's
he
only
will
been 8
be
seconds since I said that.
arriving. Particularly,
So how
Yes,
many-
time works differently here. Don't worry about it.
it's now 6 hours and 33 minutes.
At the sound
How
of
many
the chime,
cats
it will
big
be
is he?
4:32.
Let us say that here he may fill the sky.
Here he may
And
fill
he may
the
fill
sky.
this guy too.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Wait, maybe I
Son.
will meet this guy.
Literally MEAT. Oh. I say we try the Russian doll thing.
Yeah,
At least
I'm
we'll
down
have
Kinda
for
just
it.
a
like-
chance with Ripley.
I mean,
Yeah.
he has a lot of eyes, but what are the chances he has cataracts and most of them at his age?
Well, if we throw enough cats, he'll have all of them have cataracts.
We'll
Cat
just put
attack-
my clothes on like a scarecrow, and when he gets close, we'll throw the scarecrow down the well.
I'm sure that's what he tracks is your looks.
He's like a T-Rex. His vision is based on movement.
Well, we don't have much time. Let's get started. Put me and that person and that thing and that person. Oh,
Are you certain this is the plan you wish to proceed with?
you said it was 90% effective.
No, I did not say that.
Hey, 60% of the time it works every time.
Hey, I'd go with 60.
Are you all
Roy?
in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will be no turning back once we
I turned
go
my back
down
quickly.
Oh, I said no.
Oh, you ruined it. Now we can't do the plan.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pepper. Turn around slowly.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
Why did
please-
Matt make the shark sound? Dun-dun.
He just
I
doesn't
have a
know.
button for that.
He goes.
Thanks, Crocy. It's cats all the way down. All the way down. Well, before we begin the ritual
Oh.
to Russian doll you, I've made some stew. Would you like a bit? To
Yes.
fortify you for the battle.
Yes, please. I'm starving and I don't know why. I don't know why Roy is. He's dead.
I don't have to eat, but I like stew.
Yeah, he's all right. Disco's too?
No arms and legs.
This goes stew. Says Sue.
All
my
right.
loo.
Well, please tuck in your napkins and pick up your spoons, and here you go. And he serves up some bowls of piping hot stew from the black kettle. It smells delightful. It's unlike anything you've had before. It's a combination of like potato stew, Irish stew,
Mm-hmm.
and a chili, but with bits of cinnamon in it, kind of lifting it up. It's not super hot spicy, but it's full of spices.
Taking a big bite and I'm like, where'd you get the meat? Mm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you
It's
don't want
cat.
to know, but
It's bug.
it's bugs mostly, yes. They're full of protein.
They are.
Grasshoppers, I
Not spiders.
hate them. They're crickly little legs and beady little eyes and
Like,
always laughing at me.
Standing on my shoulder telling me what the right things to do.
I'll give it to you. I'm not lying.
Ooh.
Well, I hope that you that makes you feel better because it could be your last supper.
I feel
Aw.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
All right. Well, please finish up your jungle birds and let us proceed with the ritual. I trill my
You're muted, Matt.
L's.
One last question,
Oh,
if you
Jesus
don't mind.
Christ, where'd he come from?
Oh, I came from the well outside.
Yes,
I
Rocky.
seem to keep coming back every time I die, but what would happen if I were to not come back? Or is there a way I could not come back? Just
Well-
outright deny him what he wants.
Unfortunately, as you can tell by those dwindling numbers in your eyes, when and if that number were ever to reach the finite period, you will be, what do they call it?
Dead.
You'll be dead. No, you will become his meat puppet, soulless, with no redemption whatsoever.
Okay, scratch that idea.
That was his original plan. But he is an impatient lot, and thankfully, I was able to divert his plan, his attention, to utilize my own machinations. Or whatever.
There's something, I don't know.
Yes, unfortunately, once you are in the thrall of Bugshash's grip, there is very little wiggle room. But I could put you in a new car with just 1,300 down. No.
Wow, that's a really good deal.
All right. Does that answer everybody's questions? Because I have all of my boxes ticked. You've managed to hit every one of them. Or I've politely steered you towards them.
I knew it. You didn't
Hold
steer
on, I
me
need to finish
anywhere.
reading the end user license agreement. I always read these things before I click accept.
Oh, yes.
Wow,
Okay.
you can get
well,
1,000
have
miles per
1
year?
minute and 12 seconds left.
I'm good.
Guys, let's do this. Let's fight. We've been fighting this whole time.
I didn't
keep
have any
fighting.
questions anyway to begin with. I just always knew.
Yes, that must be the leftovers from your dreamscape. All right.
Lake Man.
No, it's Campari.
Yeah, Campari does tend to bring enlightenment in its many forms. Jungle Bird! All right, please rise and form a circle with me, if you wouldn't mind. Hold hands. Pippa, you will be to the left of Rocky. Roy, to the right, please. And Ripley shall sit here in the middle of our makeshift circle. Now repeat after me. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
And repeat after me and chant all together, please. Concentrate. Concentrate.
Concentrate. Concentrate.
Not yet. That's not what I'm saying.
Not yet. That's not what I'm saying.
All right. Repeat after me. Go, go.
Oh, go.
Go, go.
Dream.
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 Warriors.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Go, go, dream warriors. Go, go, dream warriors. Go, go, dream
You're gonna get
warriors.
us
Power
sued.
Rangers.
Go,
Dream
go,
warriors.
Go, go, dream
Go, go,
warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Go, go,
Go,
Power
Ranger.
Rangers.
And as you are chanting these magical words in an unknown, strange language,
Spanish. It's not that unknown.
Roy and Pippa begin to, they feel a sense of vertigo. And it's almost as if they're moving, but not moving any bit of their legs. And they're shifting into Rocky, merging with him.
Nice.
And Rocky continues to chant the words along with Cersei, and you do as well. And at a certain point, when all three of you are merged, Rocky can hear you inside of him chanting those words in unison with him.
Nice.
And then Cersei steps forward, picks up Ripley, grabs Rocky by the nose, and tips his head back to open his mouth and shoves the cat down into his throat. And Rocky, you are surprised at first as Ripley
Minty.
slithers quickly down your throat and essentially disappears down your esophagus. And you can feel a swollenness to your abdomen now where she sits coiled. And that's when the fur ball comes up.
Yeah.
So go ahead and hack us up a fur ball. oh my. Oh dear. I wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry. Would you like a little jungle bird to wash that down?
If you don't mind, just a little something.
Oh, yes, of course.
I mean, it's no worse than what happened in Bahrain, but I don't like talking about what happened back in Bahrain.
Well, if we live through this, I wouldn't mind hearing that tale.
Rocky.
It's not as interesting as it sounds.
Who said that?
Huh? All right. Well, are you ready, Rocky, to meet your maker?
As if I have a choice.
Not that he actually made you, but how about your unmaker? How would that be? All right.
Dad? Is that you?
Daddy?
I thought you went to get cigarettes, but you never came back.
You son of a bitch. All right.
Then he just goes, oh, no, I forgot the milk and leaves. Perfect plan. He never comes
Perfect
back.
plan. Buckshosh is gone forever.
Exactly.
You're not my
Just
dad.
make him come to terms with commitment and he'll run away like any other guy would.
Just like any elder thing.
Guys, I can't do this every week. I gotta go.
All right. So, Cersei walks to the front door and opens it, beckoning you outside. After you, Rocky.
Oh, thank you very much. How kind.
And as you
I'm gonna
pass,
step outside.
And as you pass, he whispers,
Gas.
"Best of luck."
Well, I mean, I only have 57 luck, but if you want to give me some more, that'd be lovely.
Yes. Well, let me see if I have a planchette. No, I'm sorry. They're all used up.
Oh, darn.
Without warning, an inky cloud of darkness oozes into the sky overhead, blotting out the warmth of the twin suns and casting a gray pall over the landscape.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. He's here,
Gray Paul?
Cersei declares too cheerfully, but with a slight quaver in his voice. Above, the black mass swirls and coagulates into a deeper, darker hole in the sky that is gradually illuminated by many eyes, a myriad of colors and sizes belonging to many different life forms, some of which you do not recognize. Then, from this rupture in space, a loathsome sound erupts, like that of a foghorn calling out to ghost ships lost at sea. The boon is due. Surrender to me. Now, because Pippa and Roy are contained within you, they need not roll sanity. The reason that you do not need to roll sanity, Rocky, is because you have seen this thing in the many visions over quite some time. All those times, each time you died, you've seen a glimpse of at least a portion of this thing. And that's why your Cthulhu mythos has gone up. So when Bugshosh appears, it's not that surprising. It's impressive, but it's not sanity shaking for you.
Gonna give a heavy sigh. Oh, you're so goddamn dramatic. Will you get over yourself?
I'd rather not.
You're worse than those kids on the talk tick. Is that what they call it?
I think it's tick. No, let me check. No, is it Facebook? No, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't understand this whole social media thing. Maybe it's because I'm older, but it just doesn't make any sense.
I'm older than you.
So do you understand this? Because I don't understand it.
It makes no sense.
Exactly, that's what I've been saying.
Show me what you've got.
Get swifty.
One by one, enormous segmented legs jut from the black hole, pulling the mass from within, eager to pounce, as the infernal eyes continue to stare at you with hungry intent.
Well, are you going to get this on with, or am I going to have to, I don't know, throw a dance party or something? I don't know. What do you want?
Jump in the well. We're all together.
Kill us all!
I'm here, aren't I? You want it? Come and get it, Big Bye.
All right.
That's Best Buy's brother. Big Bye.
I gotta get to the proper thing here. Hungrily, Bugshosh emerges completely from his roost, seeming to turn the benighted heavens inside out as his black robes unfurl like a tsunami of darkness behind the bloated arachnid body. As it draws nearer and nearer, it commands in a much quieter voice, whispering in your mind, the psychic intrusion bringing tears to your eyes. Let me in.
Gonna take the jungle bird that I've been holding that he gave me, that I sipped on after a hairball.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna slam it back, smash the mug on the ground. Like, I'm right here. You want it? Come and get it, fuckface.
Involuntarily, your mouth opens wide, wider, until you hear the muscles around your jaws begin to creak at their limit. The dark thing descends, rearranging its mass so it can begin to slither past your teeth and down your throat. As you try not to gag, you sense those within you poised to spring the trap. All right, guys, here's how it's going to go.
Dead. Game's over.
As I said, this boils down to, in this scenario, this particular option, 3 dice rolls.
That's it?
That's it. The first roll is all reliant on Rocky.
Great.
You must roll disguise to hide what is inside you. Now, in all of these, expenditure of luck is viable, and pushing a roll is viable. Okay? But this is the first roll.
If you say so.
Roll that sweet 5.
Actually, I have 40 points in disguise.
Whoa,
Thank you very much.
Nice.
I know,
You are welcome.
I've vetted all of these. So.
I have 5.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 92.
That's
Not
good.
great.
What worse can happen by not pushing it?
So you have
Honestly.
the option of spending luck, but that would be 52 points of luck.
I have 57 points
You
of
have
luck.
57
See?
No
points of
balls.
luck.
No balls.
Or you push it, and a push roll cannot be modified by luck.
Right.
So it's completely up to you.
The odds aren't in your favor. I say go for it. I said are not in his favor. It's up to you. It doesn't matter.
And if you're going to push it, then you need to give me a good reason,
And
or
you gotta
give me a
push it
good
real
explanation
good.
of how you're doing that, if there is such a thing.
Oh boy. Couldn't have rolled a little bit better, huh?
Right.
I'd be at like Roy levels of luck, and that's not really a good place to be.
Yet I've lived the longest.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.
That is a fair point.
Could be an early night, everybody in the chat.
That's the thing. It's like
It
I
all
can
comes
spend the
down
luck.
to a roll. That's all it does. Is it comes down to a roll.
And keep
You
going,
can
but
guarantee it right now with the luck spend, and not have that for later. Or you can try to
All out.
re-roll and fail, and we're in the same boat we are now. But
if I spend my luck and then it goes to you and then you fail,
And we're in the same boat that we are now.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the boat is sinking, sir.
Yeah, I
or
wouldn't.
Stephen Crumpet when you need him.
You know, I would. The only thing I would advise is I remember something you said in the episode that I am currently editing, that you tend to be that person who saves all of the healing potions.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't do that.
yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Sometimes you gotta
But I
sell
might
out to stay
need them.
alive.
Yeah, this isn't that situation. This is a penultimate situation. How does that sound?
I guess I'm gonna spend 52 points of luck.
All right. What does it leave
Peer
you with?
pressure. Peer pressure.
Leaves you with 5?
Oh, 5, yeah.
All
I
right.
do not have the least amount of luck on the show now.
Woo.
All right. So give me a description of how you bring that luck to bear.
So when I realize, I'm starting to lose it a bit and he might find out, my brain immediately goes back to my years of agent training, of being able to hide things off, to compartmentalize, to be able to reorganize information, to be able to hide things in plain sight. And I pull on all of that knowledge, all of those multitude of years of experience across different agencies and different positions to almost move things around inside, so to speak, to push Pippa just a little bit deeper, to maybe put out a couple of things to distract him so that he's, watching my left hand while I'm holding something in the right. And I just hope that that's enough for him to miss what's really going on.
And indeed, you feel him hesitate for a moment, but then push forward hungrily, deeper, eager to have possession of his prize. Pippa,
Right.
you must roll power to maintain the dominate spell, which is binding everyone within.
Okay.
And obviously, you can also use luck and push your viable.
All right, I'm just going to use luck.
Please roll POW.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 62. That's a fail until I spend 2 luck.
All right.
Whew.
All right. So you as well use some luck. So go ahead and describe how you managed to elude or trick him from finding you within.
I use all my years of experience as from my agent training
Nope.
as a realtor. Yes, my agent training.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing how to take something that's maybe not in the best shape or that can reveal something that's wrong with the situation that we're in and hide it with a beautifully baked apple pie.
I love it.
Ooh, pie.
Yeah, Rocky smells
So he's
suddenly
halfway down
fresh
and he's
baked
like,
pie. Oh,
fresh apple pie,
that's
nice.
good. Your stomach grumbles despite the fact you just had some stew.
And I go, excuse me.
This place smells like somewhere I want to live.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Actually, Buckshot thinks the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I guess I really hit the jackpot in this one. All right. And indeed, Bugshosh proceeds into the last few empty spots within Rocky. Roy, you must roll charm to maintain the illusion of the dream state, helping to cloak your true intent.
I needed a 60. I got a 30. It's a hard success. I can't wait till the cat fails its roll.
Put a check mark on that.
Nicely
Roy.
done.
I
Good
did.
job.
So, Roy, do you want to describe how you utilize your dream state to trick him?
He borrows the fresh apple pie from the last one.
Well, the biggest thing that's charming about me is my ability to distract from the real issues at hand. So, as I'm doing what I'm doing under the skin, Bugshash can't help but not pay too close attention to what's going on.
Okay. And yeah, Bugshash detects nothing. The trap has been set, and now it will be sprung. There is a moment of utter quiet as the Elder Thing prepares to surge forward and fulfill its moniker, the filler of space. But then Ripley the cat moves from within, bursting from that metaphorical Russian doll in the center and latching onto Bugshash with a ferocity belying her size. As the feline turns the tables, merging with the dark intruder, she begins to attack from inside his formless mass. The Elder Thing's grotesque form scurries backward, leaving Rocky's body, no longer concerned with its prize or the debt it is owed, only wishing to retreat. Yowling, it rises back into the sky toward its void-like nest. Your last glance of Bugshash is his countless terrified yet defeated eyes, wide in shock or rolling with total insanity. Then he is gone, presumably banished from Ulthar and battling Ripley elsewhere. Gradually, the twin suns burn bright once more overhead, warming the island village of Ulthar. Cats emerge from their hiding spots, leaping from windowsills and peeking from behind bushes to rub against your ankles, purring mightily. Well done, heroes. Well done. How about we just reverse that whole merging thing?
Yeah, it's needed. Yep, yeah.
That did it, Dan. Here you are.
I just said what we said before backwards.
Roy and Pippa appear, basically slide out of Rocky and slump to the ground, completely covered in some sort of ectoplasmic substance.
I need a towel. I need a towel.
So your
Covered in
insides are
icy
gross.
ectoplasmic cooler.
Go, Ghostbusters.
Did we do it? Did it work?
Yes, he is retreated for now, and I am fairly certain that Ripley will keep him occupied for some time. I wouldn't worry about him anymore. And oh, look, Rocky's numbers in his eyes are gone.
He's dead.
He's totally dead now.
I guess that means you can't ignore me when I'm in trouble anymore, Roy, because the next time you do that, I'm actually gone.
I can ignore you anytime I want, all the time.
Anyway, about that towel, do you have a towel?
Let's just say if you're the reason I die, I'm haunting your ass for the rest of your life.
Just need a towel. If anybody has a towel.
Just pick up one of the cats next to you and start crying.
Nice.
They love that.
Well, come inside and get cleaned up, and we'll have a another victory drink.
Make mine a little stronger this time. I'm going to
Oh,
need
you've earned it, yes. Come on inside. And he leads you back into the thatch-roofed home, and the door closes. For an unlucky few, this is the end. For others, a new beginning. But for most of us, these events were but a blip in the continuum of time, a vast and unknowable flow of events over which we wield little control. There are heroes and there are villains, yet it's not always easy to tell them apart. Many live in the gray area between these two extremes. But if you look closely, if you shield your hand above your eyes and squint, you can discern which is which. The path is clear if you have the courage to really see. So, the next time you're offered up a deal from the devil, think twice. Is it worth it? Probably not. Instead, venture toward goodness, strive for truth. When you've studied all the case files, listened to all the tapes, pack them up for the next person who might be subjected to these horrors. Tuck them away in a filing cabinet located in a secret underground cave system beneath an innocent-looking mansion in Arkham, Massachusetts. And on your way out, don't forget to turn out the light.
Unless you're in Motel 6, and then they'll just leave the light on.
Leave
They
the
get
light on
pissed
for
at you.
I hate that.
Uh-huh.
Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft Tapes.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was
That was
fun.
really good.
I have 5 points of luck.
Get over it, bro.
I only have 39.
It's 10.
Nicely done,
I'm
guys. Yeah,
twice
that
as
was
good.
that went pretty.
That was really cool.
went pretty
That was fun.
smoothly.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you, Crocy, for the flawless victory.
Woo!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, cost quite a bit of luck to get through that, I must say. But
That is a
52
huge price
points.
to pay.
that's
But
that's
honestly,
pretty big.
it would have definitely gone the complete opposite way, I think.
Yeah.
without
Yeah, why
that.
don't you give us a roll right now? Show us what you would have gotten if you pushed
Yeah.
it.
The disguise.
It
I
would have worked. Damn it.
Damn it! Don't.
mean, it might not have. I don't know
Yeah.
how this system works since we
Yeah.
and Brian both are old.
Depends on whether or not a butterfly flapped its wings off the coast of
Mhm.
South America.
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
it didn't. They never do that.
Yeah.
Butterflies
They
can't fly.
dive
Come
bomb
on.
everybody.
It's a myth. All right, guys. Well
Butterflies
done. That
don't
was,
have wings.
maybe at some point in the future, I'll share with you what could have happened if you'd gone for the other.
Yeah.
Could have, should
Interesting.
have.
Well, that was the one I was like, I guess if I was thinking about it, I was like, well, Rocky could, and he kind of like started to think about that. Just take care of business. And then I thought, well, Roy, but then Roy probably wouldn't, but it'd be fun to have the option to swap a
No,
room.
you were rooting for us to die.
But the Russian doll one, I was like, well, it's gonna be a little trickier.
Yeah.
But also funnier.
That's where we thrive,
was
though, is in
funnier.
the hardest ones.
Yeah.
The easiest things, we get hurt, we get
We always, yeah.
killed.
We always
Like, you
fuck up
cross the street,
driving.
everyone dies.
Yeah.
Because you didn't roll for looking both ways.
That's true.
Who the hell
Always
looks
look
both
both
ways?
ways.
That's stupid.
I just look up and whistle
Yeah,
as I
look
walk.
towards where the traffic's coming from. That's all.
I just tell Jesus to take the wheel, close my eyes, and start stepping.
But you're
Always
going to the car,
works.
my son. Thump, thump.
Jesus,
Always
take the
works.
wheel.
All right, guys. I think we've come to the point where we need to do some hashtag recommendos, where
Oh,
we share
yeah.
some of our geek
No, I got
obsessions.
theories.
you want? You got one theories? We can keep
No.
going if you want.
It's a joke.
All right.
Your theory is a joke?
I know. I didn't well think it out.
That's just a theory. Lovecraft Tapes theory. Thanks for listening.
Ada boop doob.
All right. So it looks like we have Matt starting us off. So go ahead and start us off, Matt.
So, if you're like me, whenever you play an MMO, or an ARPG or an RPG where you're helping other people, you tend to like to take the support role. I like playing healers. My longest running character in World of Warcraft was a Tauren cleric who is called the Holy Cow. Anytime I get in those games, I like, unlike a lot of people who like to, be on the front lines and be dealing out the damage, I think it's more fun and more interesting for me to play the game of how do I divvy up my resources? How do I spend my time to keep everybody going, to keep everybody alive? I always end up playing, healers or support characters wherever I go, and I love it every time. And so I'm really happy to say that I found a game that lets me live out that fantasy for as long as I want. It's called Mini Healer, and it is a single player game that simulates raiding in a game like World of Warcraft, or raiding in an RPG, where it's you and your team against, an increasingly difficult series of challenges and enemies and bosses. And it's up to you as the healer of your party to keep everyone alive. But in between raids, you also have the ability to customize your team to kind of help support your gameplay style. You can buy items for them. You can change their armor around. You can modify their tactics in an effort to defeat more and more powerful enemies. And it's just so much fun because it, again, ticks that resource management box of playing that game of keeping everybody alive. And it's despite the fact that it seems simplistic, but once you get into it and you start digging into the nuance, it's a lot deeper than it looks, and I have an absolute blast with it every time I put it on to, knock out a boss or two. So if you're like me and you like playing that support role, you like playing healers, you like the micromanagement and the aspect of, resource management, check out Mini Healer, because it's a really fun little game that deserves some attention.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Sounds like fun.
Golf clap.
All clap. All right. It is my...
Yeah, no, Strat Fanatic, you got me there. It's a fake game. Nobody in a game ever builds around the healer.
Fake game.
Fake game.
Oh, you got me.
All right. Well, thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. And I'm going next. My recommendo tonight is comics. So, despite having grown up with comics, I don't really consider myself a collector or even a consistent reader. However, recently the comedian Patton Oswalt tweeted a favorite of his was on sale. And since I like his nerd sensibilities, I decided to snag the complete series of The Autumnal, written by Daniel Kraus and illustrated by Chris Sheehan. As all good Lovecraftian stories begin, a young woman discovers her estranged mother has died and left her the house. So she leaves her old life behind and takes her young daughter back to the place where she grew up. Old memories flood back, all centering on a childhood rhyme, and the community is revealed to be under the spell of an ancient evil. At times, the narrative reminds me of a Joe Hill story, similar to Lock and Key, but with a more adult edge. There's sex in it, for instance. There is movement and metaphor represented well in the panels, with the cheerful color schemes contrasting nostalgically with a creeping dread. And I'll say, without spoiling too much, it's a good dose of folk horror with some fun twists. So, if you've been wanting to see people get attacked by dead leaves, check out the autumnal. It's fun.
It follows.
Also, you should read Minor Threats. It's by Patton Oswalt.
Oh, yeah, I heard that he had done something like that.
Good.
Minor Threats. Awesome. Cool. And next up we have Brian.
It's a me.
It's a you.
Brian. I'm going to recommend Convertio by Soft-O,
By Menon.
the company that allows you to do file conversions and several other things in the cloud. I don't know how everything fits in a cloud. The clouds are always moving. So, anywho.
So you're just doing it on someone else's computer.
I am not savvy to create file types that are needed for particular projects. And as of late, I've had to take over some stuff due to COVID ruining the lives of the people, the children that I work with, because they don't have the experience to do it, because they were never trained to do it, because they'd had 3 years off. So I needed to, probably about 2 months ago, I needed to convert a JPEG into a high resolution image so a printer could print stuff for us. I had no clue how to do that. And guess what? The one app that I know how to use, Microsoft Word, doesn't do it. So I did some searching and I found this, and it's just Convertio. So it's Convert.io at the end. And you can basically put any file type in, whether it's a photo or document, and it can change it to any other file type for it, and does it right there. Then you download it and you're good to go. They also have services like adding subtitles to videos, which I have used recently, which was really cool for our presentation for our first meeting. And the kids were very impressed that I could figure out how to do some of this stuff. So it's very easy to use. It's free. Unless you have larger files, then you would pay a monthly fee for that. It's a service where you can, there's different tiers where you can pay. They also have video compression, so you can compress your videos down, send them, and then obviously get the packets through easier. So yeah, check it out if you're in the need. Convertio has saved my butt several times when parents needed stuff. Now, I need it right now for the printer. And I have no idea how to do that stuff. So it worked out well, and that's what I've used since for everything I've needed to do.
Cool. Convertio.
It is cool. It is real cool.
It's the cloud.
See, I thought it was cool, but then you just said that.
Yeah,
Every file you convert, though, is real moist at the end because it's the cloud.
A moist cloud. Moist cloud.
It's a moist filet.
It's a moist toilet. Oh.
It's a moist packet.
Oh.
Yikes. All right, thanks, Brian. We'll check that out if we ever need to convert or
But will you?
No,
Decompress.
I will never look into that.
Nope. Never.
I just like how quick and easy it is. It's like pick the file, boom, 1 minute later, download it, you're done. Don't have to have a separate app or anything.
Cool.
Brian likes everything quick and easy.
I do.
I heard
Real
that.
fast. Then go to bed. You can go to bed.
The CPs. All right, thanks, man. And Gabe, you are up last. But not least.
But
that's
most.
arguable.
Not most. In the middle. We'll say you're in the middle. Go.
Squeeze
I
in the
will
middle.
be recommending a podcast. As of late, I've been working alone. It's not us. It's no. I don't
Is this
like
the Matt
us.
and Gabe
We
show?
suck. It's the Matt and Gabe show.
Yeah.
But as of late, I've been working alone, doing the whole accounting thing where people don't talk to me. So I have had opportunities to listen to podcasts while I do so, which is hard. I have a hard time finding podcasts that I like. I really do, because I think that the most important thing is finding people that you like. And I like these guys. It's called the Food Court Podcast. There's a lot of podcasts called that, so their logo is like a fortune cookie. So it's the Food Court Podcast with the logo as a fortune cookie. The premise of the podcast is very simple. It's a movie-going experience podcast where they do the same thing every time. They pick a food out of their mall. They review the food, usually poorly, because they spin a wheel to decide where they're going to eat, and they always end up eating somewhere that makes them throw up. And then they go see a movie, and then they go sit in their car and talk about the movie.
Cool.
And it's just a lot of fun, especially fun if you know about the movie, because it's kind of hard to just listen about something you've never heard of. But I think that their Predator episodes, they did a bunch of early on ones where they just talked about the different Predator movies, were all a lot of fun because I love that series, even the bad ones.
Yeah.
But simply, I just like the guys. They're funny. They all their shticks really land for me. They have a whole bit where they talk about the previews that they see for the movies, and I just think that's funny because they try and just develop opinions about movies based off of the previews, and they're like, "Well, I'll never go see it, so it doesn't matter." So it's just funny. These guys seem to live interesting lives. They kind of seem like they see every movie ever that comes out. Because they'll literally talk about, oh, I went and saw that movie, but they never did an episode on it. So these are guys that just love movies and they're always going. And their personalities are really what it is. I think that's what podcasts are all about. So I like it. It's always funny. They're in Nashville, and I guess it's a pretty big place because they always have guests coming on from other shows and stuff, and comedians, and they might be lying, but I think it's probably genuine. It seems like every once in a while they'll run into people at the movies. There was once they ran into the wrestler Sheamus watching in their theater. So it's just a lot of fun. So check that out. It's the Food Court Podcast.
That's cool.
All right. Nice. All right, guys. Well, that is it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes and for this case. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anybody wants to donate a little bit of luck to the I No Longer Have a Lot of Luck Fund, please help me. Oh, dear God. Please help me. You can find me on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid. I'm taking in any and all donations right now.
If anybody wants to congratulate me on no longer being the lowest luck member of the podcast, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
And to help with our Luckathon, if you'd like to donate your used or old vehicle, you can contact me at Brian Podcasts.
Nice. Until next time, roll 4.
Don't say luck.
K-Billy's super sounds of the 70s.
Woo!
I'm sure I could do a better Stephen Wright than that, but that's all I got in me tonight, guys. All right,
But we did it live.
We did live. Thank you, guys.
Fuck it, we did it live.
Everybody in the chat, we have quite a few people watching, so appreciate you
Nice.
hanging out with us. Crow, Mama Cryptid, Brindle, Obsidian Phoenix, some guy named that.
Glad
one
you could be
weird
here
kid.
for the wild ride. Yeah. Fuck that
appreciate
guy.
that. Thank you,
Dude's a
Crow
loser.
and Bryn, for the tips. That'll get me a couple beers and or
Hey.
more donations to worthy
Hey.
charities. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Charities,
Hey.
charities.
Hey. And we'll be back.
Charities
I
nuts.
think when are we going on, Brian? Is it next a week from Saturday? I think.
Yeah.
Is our secret tape. So
Yep.
we'll be doing a surprise stream that night, and then that'll come out to our Patreon peeps at the end of the month on Halloween.
I love peeps.
I love Peeps.
I squished them and
I'm not a
smashed
fan of
them.
Peeps.
I actually love Peeps. And I like circus peanuts too. So
I
Circus
love
peanuts and peeps.
Circus peanuts.
I like clown
I'm
peanuts.
sorry,
you know
what the
I'm
fuck
saying?
is wrong with
Some
you?
guy at the circus gave me Peeps, and then he just said, "Hey,
Eh, Pips.
I love circus peanuts.
I bet you do, both of you."
There's something wrong with you.
I love having the nuts in my mouth.
Ah! All right. Everybody have a good night.